nature of the ninth plague, which was the plague of darkness, was such that it affected only the Egyptians. It had no effect whatsoever on the Jews, on the Israelites. This is described in the words, L'chol b'nei Yisrael haya or b'moshvatam. For all the Jews there was light, whilst in the dwellings of the Egyptians there was no light, there was darkness. There was in fact a paralyzing darkness, and as Rashi explains, that it resulted in the fact that the Egyptians were unable to move, they were immobile. A yet further miracle occurs, as Rashi explains, that were the Jews, the Israelites, to go into the land of Egypt where the Egyptians lived, where they were in pitch black and dark, the Jews, the Israelites, were able to see, perhaps in the kind of way that an optical night vision technology would work. But the perplexing question, of course, is how could the very same location, geographical place, where one is saturated and engulfed by the darkness, another can be in the very same time and place and be in a state of light and vision? So perhaps the answer lies on understanding this on a deeper level. When God commands Moses to bring this plague on Egypt, what he says is, extend your hand to the heavens and let the darkness come upon the land of Egypt. The Nesivot Shalom explains that what Moses is doing is that he is beckoning, bringing down a heavenly force, an energy, which in and of itself is not necessarily darkness, but as it comes by the Egyptians, it becomes darkness. And by the Jews, by the Israelites, it remained light. How is this possible? He explains that this energy, this force, was actually a mirror that translated itself according to the nature and the culture of the people. It was a reflector with a substance and a tangibility. So this force and substance which descended from the heavens, when it came to the Egyptians, it was darkness because it reflected who they were. And yet the Israelite, the Jew that went into the land of Egypt at that very time, was unaffected by that darkness, because as he confronted that energy, that substance did not translate into darkness, but in fact was a source of even greater light, because his is the legacy of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, of monotheism, of the truth of the Torah. And therefore, even in the darkness of Egypt, where others see dark, the Israelite, the Jew, is able, through the eyes of Torah and its light, is able to see light, to see clarity, and to see truth.